Hey love, it's me again. I just wanted to take this moment to let you know that your influence has never been lost on me. Your gripping ability to fill us all with euphoric energy that guides us through these memorable experiences, it continues to amaze me. You've always found a way to create a world united by hope. I know I've said it before, but your power transcends space and time and holds me peacefully in the present moment of fulfillment. I could never truly explain the feeling, but the experience will always move me in the right direction. The power you provide connects me to everything, and when I'm in the middle of it all, I can only feel you and your gentle effects leading me forward. You've been there when the fear sets in, when it blinds me from the truth and shelters me from happiness. Somehow I know you're waiting in the distance. It just takes me some time to find you again. But when I do, you lift me from my own darkness. You open my eyes and bring me back to all the beauty we find ourselves forgetting along the way. You make me so much stronger. You know that, right? You fill an eager soul with the confidence to overcome anything. And the powerful influence you have on others finds a way to pull us all together as one. The place we find ourselves all wanting to be. Somehow I know I'll never forget that. Until our next interaction, I just want to remind you of this. I see you in every smile from a stranger, in every act of kindness, and in every dream I dare to chase with nervous excitement. I see you without judgment and disappointment. All I feel is your irreplaceable love. You know, this world is imperfect enough without us not caring to make it a better place. Let your love guide us to the peaceful place of reflection. And with that, I know we'll have the courage to do the rest. Creating that feeling of belonging can be revealed to us by the attention it's paid, and by realizing that our own inner compass is guiding us towards something more. This observation of self-awareness creates a shift in the unknown. It redirects our focus to the interactions in life that make chasing the answer to a question that much more rewarding. Our life's questions reflect the answers we ultimately seek, and the timely response of that answer could be the most extraordinary discovery of self-development. It sets in motion the experiences that provide insight to the creations of a legacy being built. Fall in love with the question, feel the emotions, and let life move you towards the answers. If we put pressure on asking the question and expect an immediate reaction, we may just place ourselves in a position where life isn't quite ready for us to receive the answers we seek. Sometimes we have to ask the question and trust that the answer will present itself in the way of meaningful coincidences, insights, and grace. This feeling of instant gratification for a quick response removes all opportunity to embrace life's lessons. and limits our ability to reflect on the challenges that may have led us in an uncomfortable direction. But over time, we look back and realize that if it wasn't for those unfortunate events, we may have never made it to the place we're at right now. We wouldn't have the knowledge to shorten the path of resistance for the next time around. Let curiosity lead you to belief, and let that belief help you realize that life is always working for us and not against us. Time reveals all. It's the mechanism that helps tomorrow pull our expectations towards us and allows our learning to take shape. Our life becomes spontaneous and filled with the synchronicities that develop trust in the growth of extraordinary experiences. These awaited answers are not found, but rather revealed to us at the right time. Trust in the process and provide the passion to embrace the current and be surprised by future events. Our given identity is not fixed to a developed routine. It's not the clothes we wear or the car we drive. It's not the house we live in or the jobs we hold. It's the belief we carry within, the deeper feeling of what we think is right or wrong. It's the choices we embrace, the ones that lead us to awaken the power within. We won't find it attached to material possessions. We have to dig deeper than that. We have to find it in our confidence, our courage, and our peace. And understand that these things need our attention to grow. They need us to believe that they matter to the overall purpose that we feel is right. They want us to place them ahead of unnecessary challenges, because they know how important they are to a truly fulfilled life. One placed outside the borders of regret. Our true identity is hidden underneath. We just put a mask over it to fit into a place we're not sure we belong. This takes me back to the comic book hero Superman. He had an alternate identity too. He'd put on glasses to hide his true power from a world he felt may not embrace him. But once he took those glasses off, he became so powerful that all the fear he held on to no longer had control over him. We all have a powerful identity just waiting for us to remove the mask of limitations and show the world who we truly are. Rescuing this identity from a dormant state lifts the head to observe the light and develops a power so strong that we could never let doubt penetrate the soul with its weakening embrace. Be true to who you are and ask the question, is my identity larger than who I believe I am? Or is the belief in who I am helping me develop a larger identity? A step from the edge of the curb lowers a foot into a rain-filled puddle, hidden from the busy activities of the day. A wobbling skate slips from underneath a newly found ice skater, which leads to an embarrassing fall in the middle of an active rink. A crippling breakup that shocks the heart and adds weight to an already heavy stomach. this derails a written script that we believe would play out our future life events. These are all situations that pull our emotions into a state of misbelief. But during these times, if we pay close attention, we see the helping hands that pull us through. It sheds light on the gratitude we feel when an act of kindness is provided to us. Like having a friendly arm that catches us before we step off the edge of the curb. Even a stumbling companion that lays next to us on the ice, trying their best to steal our unwanted embarrassment, just to make sure we never feel alone. And the call from a loved one, rushing over with our favorite soup, a bottle of wine, and a playlist to help wipe the sadness from a wounded heart. This shows us that the world is filled with more love to give. Getting through these hard times introduces us to how powerful we can really be, and helps us understand that there's always two sides to every story. We can either be hard on our back or standing alongside another, providing a helping hand. At one time or another, we all fall down. We feel discouraged and we can't find our way through. Then a hand reaches out and pulls us free. Hold on to that feeling. Use it as empathy for another. When we see someone fall, make a wrong turn, or need nothing more than the company of a friendly face, provide a helping hand. Uplift others in need, and help each of us become stronger along our journey. To all those fighters, fighting for something only you can see for yourself. A vision of a future that wakes you up. I see you, and I share your struggles. I share the unflattering steps of growth placed behind an unclear arrival of creation. I also fight to reveal the synchronicities that present themselves in our lives and help point us in the right direction. We hold true to a future the outside world can't see for us quite yet. But that doesn't mean that the struggle isn't real. We just have to remember that we can never give up. To all the fighters, I see you. We all feel stuck sometimes, but the way we choose to handle it determines the outcome. This takes me back to a story I heard a few years back. There was a delivery truck that was out on its daily routes. It approached a bridge with a low clearance, and the vehicle became stuck. It was pinned between the asphalt road and the concrete overpass. The emergency teams were notified and arrived on scene as a crowd started to form. They too were interested in the outcome. They shoved the vehicle forward with no luck. They pulled the vehicle back and it just made it worse. Frustration began to set in with the team, and they knew that they were running out of options. Their last resort would have to be to cut the truck into small pieces. Just then, from out in the crowd, a young boy yells out, "Why don't you just let the air out of the tires?" Stunned by what the boy said, the emergency team did just that. They let the air out of the tires and pulled the truck straight out. See, our appetite for struggle is minimal at times, but the risk of doing nothing can become our greatest regret, when a solution may be just a few steps away. You know, the other day I came across an incredible quote by Nelson Mandela. It's said, a winner is a dreamer that never gives up. Be a dreamer. Face your struggles head on with the understanding that the outcome is being built through the pushback of each experience. And remember, you're not alone.